Hi, good afternoon, Mr. To.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jia Yong. Thank you for coming for today's session. I'm a clinical psychologist intern here. So may I ask, how would you prefer to be addressed?
You can call me Adrian.
Adrian, thanks Adrian. So how was it like coming here today?
How was it like? It's okay. It was quite crowded
Okay,
in the train, but well, I'm glad I'm here.
not too much of a trouble, I hope.
It's okay.
Is this your first time seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist?
Yeah, it's my first time seeing a psychologist. My friend asked me to come. He thought that it's better if I speak to someone about the problem I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
As this is your first time here, I just want to let you know a couple of things. So the first thing is that therapy, it's really not just like a magic pill. You don't take it and it's miraculously improve. Rather, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to need work on both our parts to get you to be better again. And the second thing is about confidentiality. Everything that we discuss in this room is only going to be kept between the two of us as well as my supervisor. This is really so as to ensure the best quality of care for you. However, if in the event, as we progress in our therapy, if there's any risk of harm to yourself or to other people, then I will need to break that confidentiality. Would that be agreeable to you?
Okay.
Okay. And the last thing I want to let you know about is the therapy is really meant to be collaborative. What this really means is that while as the psychologist I may have the research and the theory behind, but really the one who holds the key to your life is yourself. Yeah, and we really definitely need to work together on this to see how best to tackle the problems that you might be facing. Okay, so today's session is going to take about an hour or so. So what we're going to be doing is I'll be asking some questions to get to know you better,
Okay.
get to know how you're doing, whether there are any concerns you have in your life, and after that, after this assessment, come up with some strategies or some treatment, to help you to get better. Yeah. Some questions that I ask, it could be a bit personal. It might feel a bit uncomfortable. If it does, do let me know, and we'll see how we could, maybe we could take a break and come back to it later or so. But really, your responses are really important to help me get a comprehensive assessment, and after that provide the therapy for you, and really give you the best quality of care for you. Okay, with that, I was wondering, so what brought you here today?
I broke up with my girlfriend. And in this moment, I don't know how to proceed onwards. We broke up about 3 to 4 months now. And since then, I've not been doing my work because at this moment I'm a PhD student. It's quite a lot of papers for me to work on. But I've not been doing them. My sleep is terrible. I just can't fall asleep. Every night I toss and turn. I go to bed at 10 o'clock every night. I try to sleep early. I'll toss and turn until about 2 to 3 o'clock. I know because I check the timer. And when I fall asleep, soon after Something will wake me up. Sometimes a bad dream, sometimes a noisy neighbor. My sleep has been so bad, and I wake up late as well. When I wake up late, I don't go do my work. I don't do anything. I don't even feel like eating much as well. I find it so tiring. That's ever since I broke up with my girlfriend. She told me that she's about 4 months pregnant then. She's pregnant with some other guy's child. I don't know how to accept that, you know. She told me that they have been seeing each other for a year or so behind my back. When I was so busy with my work, my studies. She blames me, saying, you know, because I'm so busy with this, I'm so busy with that, I neglect her. But the guy, who was a colleague of hers in the law firm, had more time to spend with her. They stayed late in the office, they went for dinners together, while I was just busy with my work. I don't understand. I don't understand why she betrayed me that way. We've been together for 10 years now. So I'm 27 this year. I knew her when I was in JC. I thought that she's the woman that I want to marry. And I'm working so hard on my PhD so that we can have a better life.
Seems like she's a very big part of your life.
She is.
And you've invested so much time and energy in her. And that must have made the betrayal feel even worse.
She is. And I built my world around her. It's always about her. Now that she's gone, I find it so difficult to move. Like there's no motivation. Like, why am I doing this anymore? Why am I doing a PhD?
You seem to be really, really down at this point.
I think down, probably an understatement. It's underground. I don't know how to move on. I stay at home most of the time. I think about her, I think about us, I think about the breakup. And I can't sleep. I can't do anything at all. I don't have energy to even open up my computer and take a look at the work I need to do. I'm also so worried if I open up my computer and I see something that reminds me of her, us, or maybe about the new child that she's expecting. Just can't understand why she betrayed me in such a way.
I sense that you are going through a lot right now, and this incident, this betrayal from a girlfriend has a lot of impact on your life as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm hearing how it's disturbed your sleep, how it's disturbed your appetite, how it has disturbed your energy levels, and how it's affected your motivation to continue your work, your PhD. Could you just let me know how frequently do you experience these difficulties since the incident happened 3 months ago?
I think almost all the time. I mean, I try to get myself distracted, try to watch TV, turn on television, the guy behind the TV is talking and it's just white noise. I'm not really listening. I don't really know what's showing on TV. I'm just turning it on so that something is moving. Because I'm at home most of the time alone. My mom goes out to work. No one's at home.
I see.
I got no energy to go out. I tried.
Okay.
My good friend Jim asked me out a few times. Probably went out with him only like twice in the last 3 months or so.
Okay.
He checked on her Facebook and he realized that she's pregnant, so he came and asked me about it. I felt so ashamed to even share with him about what happened.
Seems like you're going through a lot of emotions. I'm sensing as a result of this betrayal, I'm sensing a lot of sadness, a lot of hurt. I'm also sensing a sense of shame, and I'm also sensing some amount of blame. You were saying that she did this because she complained of not having enough time with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I ask, over these last 3 months, since the incident happened, has it been getting better, or otherwise?
Well, when I first learned about what happened, my entire world collapsed.
Okay.
I was in terrible shock.
Mm.
I thought I only see this in dramas,
Mm.
but it's happening to me.
Was that your worst experience
That was my
that you
worst.
ever had?
And since then, I've been trying to learn how to accept.
Mm.
But it's been difficult.
If I were to ask you to rate how bad it felt when it happened on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being there's no distress at all, 100 being the worst possible experience you could ever imagine, how would you rate the incident when she broke up with you?
It was probably like 100.
Okay.
If I can go beyond 100, I would say it's 150.
It sounds like it was really, really bad an experience.
It's really rock bottom, or even underground.
Sounds like the lowest time you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, it is.
How about at this point in time today, here in the clinic, how would you rate the depression that you're feeling?
I think today, maybe it's about 65, 70.
No, it's interesting that it's been 3 months and this sadness you're feeling, it seems to have dropped from 100 when it first happened to, you mentioned 65 to 70 today, here and now. I wonder what might have led to this.
I don't know. There's many factors. Some people say time can do the healing.
How about you? What would you say?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I'm trying to get used to not having her as part of my life.
Okay.
I'm still learning. But it's like there's this dark cloud in my head. And I don't know when this dark cloud will move away. I can't see the sunlight anymore for now. And I don't know when you'll come back again.
I may share something. I'm sensing that there is strength in you. Strength wanting to accept what has happened, adapt, as well as move on. Could you think of a time within these 3 months where you had the most positive experience?
I'm not sure, but the last time I went out with Jim, we went out to Moss Burger to eat. Then we went to play our favorite game in the arcade. It kept my mind occupied for a while. I felt happy for a while. Like I didn't have to think about what happened. It gives me a bit of relief. But after Jim left, I went home. It's back to the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why Jim thought that I should see someone professional.
It's very brave of you, in fact, to come forth and share this with a complete stranger, to want to seek help, to want to get better. I think it's really brave of you. If I could go back to that time again with Jim at the arcade, at Moss Burger, how would you rate again on a scale of 0 to 100? How would you rate the depression that you're feeling?
Maybe at Moss Burger,
Yeah.
it was probably about 35 to 40.
I think what it really shows is that your feelings can change. That it's not always stuck at 100 when the incident happened. Rather, sometimes it can go up and it can go down and then it can go up again. And that is really what we hope to do during therapy.
I hope so. I hope they can bring it down, but I can't expect Jim to be around all the time. I can't expect to go to the arcade every day. So I guess I need a bit more strategies. So how to cope with all these thoughts. It's driving me tired.
It seems like Jim is someone that really cares for you. But what are your thoughts on this?
I think he really cares, but sometimes just wondering, is he taking pity on me? Or is he just kaypoh, just a busybody wanting to find out what happened?
I see.
Yeah. But he has been a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm sensing is that this incident has really shaken you quite a bit, and possibly it might have affected the trust you could put in others. What are your thoughts?
I didn't think of that, but I think you're right. I don't trust people as easily now. I mean, I thought that me and her, we were gonna work out fine, you know.
Mm.
So many years, I trusted her.
Mm.
I mean, I kept myself busy with work. I trusted that she remains faithful.
Mm.
And just a snap, and she's gone.
Mm.
If someone that I trusted so much could have done that to me, Jim could be another one. Anyone can betray me.
I see.
And I guess you're right that my trust in people was shaken.
You mentioned that living with you right now is also your mom. Are there other people living with you in your family?
Just me and my mom.
How has your mom responded to all this that has happened and the way that you're feeling now?
I guess it reminds her a bit of what happened to her and my father. My father left the family because there was a third party. He had an extramarital affair and he divorced my mom just to be with her. I was angry with him for just leaving us like that. I was only about primary 1 when that happened. I guess what happened to me reminded her of what happened as well. And she was also angry at the same time, as well as feeling sad at the beginning. And as time went by, she's been telling me, you've got to move on, you've got to move on. Go and do your work, go back and do your studies. Stop staying at home, wake up early, sleep early, eat your food. I wish she understands, you know. I mean, she's gone through it. Why can't she understand the pain that I'm going through as well? I want to go back to work to do my stuff, but I just can't bring myself to do so. I lost all my motivation. How? She just don't seem to understand. She just say and say and say it. To me it sounds like nag and nag and nag. I'm
sensing a lot of frustration from you. That
I'm frustrated because she's all that I'm left with.
you really want your mom to be able to understand, and you thought that she would understand.
Yeah.
But I'm also sensing at the same time that through what you just told me, your mom is really concerned about you, and she really wants you to move on and get better. What do you think about that?
I think she's got good intent, but it's not that simple. If it was that simple, I would have gotten over it. I would have just walked out of this trouble that I'm facing. But it's not that simple. Something that I've been in for the last 10 years and it's just disappeared. How to accept such fact? I don't know, I don't understand. I don't understand a lot of things.
Well, if I may just provide some information.
Yeah.
All of us, everyone has ups and downs and the way they feel. Sometimes we get stuck in a down mood and it's very difficult to get ourselves out of it. And there are many factors in play. You're right, there are many factors in play. And it's really not so simple after all. But really, depression is like the common flu, if I might, of emotional problems. And people do get better. People do get better. And I'm sensing from you the very fact that you're here today, and the very fact that you could experience some positive emotions when you were out of jail, shows that you too have that ability to get better. And that's really what this therapy is going to be about, on how to help you. If I may ask a bit more about how it has affected your work as well as your PhD. Could you tell me a bit more? You mentioned along the lines of you having a lot of papers to submit.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you managed to go to work?
I have a lot of backlogs. A lot of things that's not done yet. I think last time I went in was 2 months, 2 months ago. I just went in there, I turned on the computer, I just got no mood to work.
Okay.
Then I went home. And I know if I'm going to continue doing this, I'm going to be fired soon already.
You sense that this is one of your big concerns. How about the other activities in your life? Are there other activities that you used to do before this incident, but now you're not doing anymore?
Like for example?
Some people have hobbies, some people have some recreational activities.
Well, I used to enjoy cycling, or even just go out for a run. But that's usually with my girlfriend.
See,
Now if I were to do that, I do that alone. And when I do that alone, I'm just reminded of how alone I am,
you see.
how lonely I am. So I've not been doing that. I think for the last, I don't know, the last time I did that was half a year ago probably. Yes, it's been a while.
I see. Okay. So, since it's been 3 months, how have you been coping with all these negative feelings that you have?
I go to sleep.
Okay. But even then, you mentioned that you have difficulty falling asleep.
Yeah.
So how do you cope with that?
I don't know. I've tried a few ways lah, like watching TV, like I told you, not helpful. Go to sleep also so difficult. I don't know what else can I do.
Sometimes when people experience stresses in their life, in order to cope, they take to alcohol, they take to drugs or other substances. Would you be able to I mean, is that something that you have done?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I guess if I do that, it might just worsen the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when people are experiencing such depressing times, some people, they might have plans or they might have attempted to hurt themselves or hurt others. How about for you?
Wow. You know, I was sharing with you earlier on that when she first broke the news to me. and when I was all alone at home. I had the thought when I went to the kitchen. I just stood by the kitchen window. I opened the window grill and I look out there. The sky is beautiful. I wish I'm on another side of the world. I wanted to end my life there and then. I felt that all hopes are gone. There's nothing left for me. No one else will love me anymore. I have nothing left. But at the same moment, I noticed that there were also bamboo poles that's hanging out the kitchen window, and there were clothes hanging on the poles. At that moment, I was reminded about my mom. These are the clothes that she washed. She probably ironed them later on. She takes care of the house to ensure that I have things to wear, to eat. And if I were to go like that, if I were to just jump, it would have been a terrible blow to her. I just imagine that I put in so much effort into loving my ex-girlfriend, and she left me like that. And now my mom, who puts in so much effort in taking care of me, and I just leave like that. That would not be fair for her. That will break her heart. And when I saw that bamboo pole and all these thoughts start coming to my mind, I just broke down.
It seems like at a time when all hope was lost and you even contemplated taking your own life, you thought of your mom. Could it be that your mom was a source of hope for you to continue living?
Probably. I'm not sure about that, but at this moment, she's all that I'm left with. Yeah.
And since that one time where you had these thoughts of suicide, have you had it again? Or do you have any other plans?
No. From then on, I know that I'm not going to do such a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'd done so, you probably won't be seeing me today. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's very brave of you to come to that conclusion. To want to continue living again. To not want to disappoint your mom. I think it's very brave of you, and I think that shows that there is strength in you. I'd also like to ask you some routine questions, some of which may not be relevant to you. During these 3 months, has there been a time when you felt extremely energetic, extremely happy, and able to perform a lot of activities?
No.
Okay.
I just wish that I had that, but nothing.
Okay.
I can't eat well, I can't sleep well, I can't do my work.
Okay.
I really like zombie like that.
Okay. And has there been a time when you felt extremely anxious or fearful? Sometimes it manifests in physical symptoms like heart beating faster, being very sweaty, and breathless.
No.
Okay. And have you ever had some voices in your head that you know are that shouldn't be there, heard voices in your head that shouldn't be there, or seen images that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I also ask, amongst the family members that you do know about, do any of them have any past psychiatric history?
Psychiatric history. I think I remembered my mom saying that one of her brother, means my uncle, after the depression of the economy, the financial depression, he went all quiet, like he doesn't talk to anyone anymore. And it sounds like he was in depression.
Okay.
I'm not too sure whether he see a psychiatrist or not. That I wasn't told.
Okay.
Yeah. And my grandfather, it's my mom's dad, I think he went on depression for quite a while.
Okay.
After my grandma passed away.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing all this information with me. I know that some of this information is very confidential. If I may just summarize all that you've told me, and if there are any inaccuracies, do feel free to correct me, or if there's anything you want to add, do feel free to let me know.
Okay.
So 3 months ago, your girlfriend broke up with you, and you also found out that she was pregnant with a co-worker's child. It was a really difficult time for you. You've been really, really sad and down. It's affected your sleep. You haven't been able to sleep well. You haven't been able to eat well. Don't have energy. You haven't been engaging in activities that you used to do, like cycling. And it's affected your work as well in pursuing your PhD. Work is piling up. I think you mentioned that there was no motivation to get down to work. And you've also mentioned feeling that all hope was lost. And you've even at one time contemplated taking your own life. However, and in spite of all these you're facing, when you thought of your mom, you decided that you could not disappoint her, and you wanted to continue living.
That's right.
It seemed to me that your mom was a major source of hope for you. And I also see strength in you in wanting to get better. That's why you're here today. Okay, is there anything else that you might want to add, or any feedback that you want to give at this point?
I think that you have nicely put it together. And hearing what you said about the summary of what I shared with you, it does make my life sound like a TV drama. I don't know how I can get out of this. But I'm glad that I shared this with you. I'm also appreciative that you hear me out.
Thank you. These symptoms have definitely deeply affected you in the way you view other relationships, in the way that you see yourself. It's impacted you in so many areas of your life, from work to relationship with your friend Jim, relationship with your mother, as well as your social and recreational activities like cycling. I know that you have tried really hard to cope on your own. So for the next few sessions, what we're going to be doing is analyzing what you've gone through and seeing how best we could do strategies, think of ways to cope better. So with that, we're going to move on to the next segment, where I'll be asking you some questions about your life history, as well as some family history.
Okay.
Thank you.